Hello and welcome back to today's episode of Mimosas Marketing, where we will be discussing social ROI. So glad you are here today. Thank you for stopping by here on Mimosas Marketing, where today we're going to talk about something that I get asked a whole lot. And that's about the return of investment on your social media marketing or your social ROI. How do you know that things are working or if things are not working? Well, one really easy way to tell is, are you growing? So is your follower base growing? Are you getting more engagement? Do you have more likes on your photos? Do you have more subscribers? Are you getting more views on your videos? Or a big one, are your numbers for your analytics in your YouTube videos going up when it comes to retention? So that means those who are watching your videos, are they sticking around longer during your videos, not just for the first minute or minute and a half? If you have a video that's about 5 minutes and you have about a 60% retention rate, that's huge. I mean, if you have a 25% retention rate, that's also really good because people are sticking around for a really good percentage of your video. When it comes to social ROI, it really matters how much effort you're willing to put into it. So if you're going to post once a week and expect that everybody on Instagram is going to find your stuff, love it, and follow you, it's probably not going to happen. You're not going to really get much back on that investment, which we talk about here as the investment of your time. You may not be putting money behind a lot of these things, but your time does have a price to it. The time that you spend creating and posting and engaging are all parts of your investment when it comes to the social media marketing thing. So getting a return on that does really matter. A super easy way, of course, is, are people purchasing your products or your services if that's what you're trying to promote? So if you are a business that is trying to actually grow a following in order to sell more, you're going to know that some of it is working by the way that people are responding to your content. It doesn't always mean that people are buying for you right away. Best practices for marketing typically say that you need to have at least 7 touch points minimum in order to get somebody to turn to trusting or knowing your brand. 7 touch points means that they have to see your content consistently and in a positive light at least 7 times. That could be through your email. It could be your Instagram. It could be a video. It could be your Twitter. It could be your Facebook. It could be your TikTok. It could be your LinkedIn. That's 7 places right there. But you need to be creating content consistently in order to have them find these different things. So if you're going to use, say, Instagram as your main mode of social media marketing alongside YouTube, of course, because that's where we're talking. If you're going to use that Instagram, you have to post there consistently. So the investment of your time is going to be a lot higher there. Hopefully the return on that investment, a growth of quality, loyal followers, increased engagement as far as likes and comments, and also easy discoverability. So new people are following you that don't actually seem to come from anywhere. They're not followers of friends or they're not people that you know personally. They're finding you organically through search. Instagram is doing a couple things, speaking of TikTok specifically, to combat the popularity that platform currently has. They're going to start allowing you to do some more lip syncing. They think or they say, what recent reports have come out and kind of hinted at. But alongside that, they're going to make the explore and the search functions a lot more user-friendly as far as being able to promote organic content. Organic content is things that you post but don't put money behind. It's very easy to put money behind ads on Facebook and Instagram, but it has to be done really, really intelligently. And that often takes a professional to kind of help walk you through that so you're not just throwing money away. I like to really see how things do organically for the first 60 to 90 days in order to see if something's working. At a minimum, you should be using 30 days to find out if a new tactic or a new strategy is actually paying off for you. Just 1 or 2 photos that you've posted on your Instagram that aren't getting a super amazing amount of likes is not enough to say, oh, this isn't going to work. You need to do it in that way, in that vein, with that aesthetic or with that voice, however it is that you're using it. You need to do that for at least 30 days minimum in order to see if it's worth continuing. If after 30 days you're getting a little bit of traction but not too much, tweak something tiny and continue it for that 60 or 90 day period. Otherwise, if you're not getting any traction whatsoever, it may be time to kind of reevaluate and see if what you're posting is aligned with your voice and with the brand that you're using. So making sure that the ROI you're looking at makes sense for your business or your brand. So if you are a brand of gamers, so if you are a person who is gaming, who is sharing and streaming and doing a ton of stuff like that on Twitch, and they're using Discord and you're, streaming live on YouTube, that's a great place for you to be, but that might not translate to your Instagram if you're not using it in the same way. If you're not posting live video on Instagram, if you're not streaming to Instagram on IGTV, that might not translate because that's not the same place your audience is used to seeing you. Keep that in mind when it comes to building those platforms. If Twitter is somewhere that's better aligned with that gaming platform that you're using, then maybe you need to pay a little bit more attention to Twitter and the things that are happening over there to see if what is you're creating here is paying off in another place. Keep that in mind when it comes to actually taking a look at the return of the investment of your time when it comes to social media. Just because something didn't work in the first week or week and a half doesn't mean it's not worth it. It just means that you might either need to tweak or pay attention to some of the things that you're doing or better align your content with the stuff that you're trying to promote elsewhere. These are just a couple of ways that you can kind of take that ROI piece into consideration, where it doesn't always have to mean, people putting money towards something. But if you're growing in the way of the know, like, and trust factor, they know you, they like your content, they trust what you have to say, then that is a definite win for the ROI of social media. We say around here that we like to turn cold leads into warm handshakes, and that's part of what this social media does. If I can turn somebody who was not a follower and didn't know what we were doing over here into somebody who's now commenting and engaging and asking questions on my content, that's a win when it comes to that social ROI for me. If you have questions about kind of engaging that social ROI and where that makes sense for you and your brand or your business, or what it is that you're trying to promote, please let me know in the comments or send me a message on any of my social platforms. They're all linked down below, and I hope to chat with you about it. I'd be happy to help and give you a little bit of advice. Also super excited, we are continuing to launch the Social for Sellers platform for those who are selling on Etsy, eBay, Poshmark, Shopify, their own websites, wherever it might be. If you are selling something that is a product or a service that is easily marketable for you and you just need some tips on how to actually market to people with a physical product, I would be happy to welcome you over into the Social for Sellers group, both on Instagram, Facebook, as well as over on Twitter. We have many things to share with you, but that might be specific to you and what it is that you're doing. Otherwise, Mockup Media is the place that you want to be, or even on my social platforms that are personal to me, so you can see a little bit more about what I do in my everyday life and, how my kids hang out. It's always a good time on any of the platforms that you choose. I can just say that I love social in all of its forms and can't wait to continue to build this with you. I thank you so much for being here today. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you have not already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe or share it with a friend. And I will see you next week. Cheers.